So this was the two different kind of food I made for my son's 5 years birthday and how I made it. Right before now, I always like to make a very remarkable dish for my children's birthdays, especially according to their wish or their favorite food. Samantha actually requested I should make pizza for him after seeing the pizza I made for Zikora's birthday. And that could have made things a lot easier for me because we have pizza dough remaining in Zikora's birthday and also pizza sauce. All I could have just done is to buy pizza topping and cheese block. But unfortunately, on the day I went to market before his birthday, I looked for cheese block from one supermarket to another, but I couldn't find one. The only one I was able to see is that spreadable cheese you saw earlier. I was literally confused on seeing it because I don't even know what cheese block looks like. I had to Google about it, and Google told me that spreadable cheese is not used for pizza topping. That was when I decided I'm going to make another food entirely that my children has never had before, which is shawarma. And I'll be using beef in place of chicken for my shawarma. So spice things up, I decided to fry kpala fish as well because my son loved kpala fish a lot. Just to make sure that my kpala fish came out tasty this time around, I seasoned it with a little salt, seasoning cube, and dry red pepper. Then I seasoned my beef with salt, seasoning cube, and paprika. I misforgot everything to be marinated. Why I quickly rushed down here to come and iron my customer clothes because customer know they hear say your pikin they do birthday. And everything about this birthday celebration is money spending. So spending some minutes from the birthday time to make some money. It was already 2:36 p.m. and I was the mommy that said I want to finish making the food before my son will come back from school. They'll be coming back by 4 p.m. I don't even know the possibility of that happening, but yeah, I have to give him my best. I quickly rushed out to come and buy the main shawarma ingredient, which is shawarma bread and hot dog. I got lime too. I saw many types of hot dog there, but I don't even know the difference between all of them. I just collected the one that they face fine well. Remember that I came to this same mall in the morning to buy cake. At that time, my body was doing me as if I forgot something, but I couldn't place my hand on what I forgot. Not until it was time for me to start cooking. That was when I remembered. Thank God the mall is not far from my house. I imported some lemon juice in my beef, minced cogwed and set aside, and I minced cogwed my kpala fish in oil and they potted in my air fryer to be frying because we actually had light. Then I quickly sliced the two vegetables I'll be using for the day, which is carrots and cabbage. To season my sausage, I imported salt, seasoning cube, and paprika. I minced cogwed it and quickly exported my kpala fish, flip it, and deported it back. Over here, I imported a little oil in my pan and deported my beef. I have to toast each side of the beef and the hot dog for 4 minutes each. Before I exported it to cool down, and then I exported my first set of kpala fish and deported the last one. It was time for me to dice my beef, and that was when I realized that the beef still have blood inside. I had to use my knife to make it flatter, and then I started toasting it again, but this time I no import any oil in the pan. At this time, NEPA has sizzled, so I have to finish frying my kpala fish here. And then I quickly diced my beef, and to make my shawarma cream, I imported generous amounts of mayonnaise, ketchup, lemon juice, sugar, and paprika. Then I mixed everything together till they became smooth before I imported my beef and my vegetables. Then I mixed everything together to become one family and to wrap my shawarma. I opened one shawarma bread into two and placed the second one on top the first one like this. Then I imported my vegetable mixture before my hot dog. Then I carefully wrapped all of them so that the vegetable will not be thrown out from the mouth. To make my shawarma a little bit warm and crunchy. And to also seal the folding end, I have to toast each of the side on my dry pan like this. Now this was the end result of our shawarma. To compare with the shawarma I've always bought outside, my shawarma tasted